You say player one?
I have start recording.
Okay. Rick, do you player one?
Start battle. Sora. Marth.
Alright, we're about to see Sora Marth. Sortie that works versus sortie that doesn't work. One of my favorite situations in Ultimate is seeing two characters that are the same conceptually, and one of them just had way more time than the other. Mono already playing some fairly aggressive neutral. I feel like, despite Marth being a really pokey character, Mono's not really using him to poke. He's definitely just getting in there. He wants that damage, and it's paying off. He's already got Mams, or he's already got Rigz at a calm 91%. He said, no game 5 this time. I'm taking it to game 3 and I'm leaving. Rigz quickly firing back. He's getting those aerial loops with Sora. Something interesting is I keep seeing Rigz do down throw up air, and I don't know if that's the right thing to do in this situation with Sora. I feel like you might want down throw fair, or down throw air for the damage. Ooh, gotta love those B-reverse magics. Probably an accident. Hey, my man's Cal back. Take your seat, gentlemen.
So, Town and City, game 1. What's been looking like so far?
Mono's been playing hella aggressively. He had a pretty dominant lead. And then Rigz got his opening. And you know them damn Sora combos. But
So,
I do feel like Marth doesn't have nearly as much trouble landing on him. Especially because I think the main problem with Sora as a character is that his sword isn't that big.
it's not, but it's still a sword nonetheless. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a blade nonetheless. And it allows you to be able to move and do things, you know?
Yeah. But something I've seen, not just in the sets here tonight, but in a lot of situations, we're seeing that. Oof, R.I.P. Joey. But something I've seen in a lot of situations is Sora's Keyblade, like the disjoint on that, just isn't big enough that he's still getting hit by a lot of like non-disjoints. Like you can see, I wasn't necessarily beating a lot of his stuff, but I was definitely able to like contest some of this stuff with that.
Yes, very much. Now, something very different about Mono, again, I'm going to repeat this, something different about Mono is just his options and compared to a lot of other Marth players that I know and I'm used to. But he still does very well. But also, funny enough, Rigz and Mono came together tonight, so clearly they have some practice together, and they're clearly like they're close enough friends, like they're to train and play around together. Very interested to see where this goes, because you know sometimes you can either get the closest of sets between friends or a domination.
Yeah. I feel like there's this quote from YouTube King, and he says like everyone's always like no two players are ever both playing at their best.
No.
Like it's almost always gonna be like one person at 40 and one person at 60.
And then you have that one person who just happens to blow up nice up air combos. Then you have that one person who just happens to be on 100, and that other person just like, I'm not here. Not to say anything bad, but you know sometimes. He's honestly right, and it's always like that. It's just like, you're never going to see, and this goes with everything, you're never going to see anybody at their best all the time. Which is nearly impossible, but you know, it happens. Yeah. Nice up air. Yeah. I'm just very interested to see that, like, Mono goes for a lot more fairs. And, like, he likes to play a lot very aggressive. Why did that? Yeah.
Yeah. In situations like that, Sora can play around a lot off stage, but there are some times when he doesn't, he shouldn't.
I mean, something about Sora in itself is that, like... Well, actually, no. This goes more for Marth. Marth and Luciana, which is like, out of the sorties, they have arguably the best recovery.
Sure.
Because it allows them to go far, they get drift, they have... Honestly, they're the best off-stage sorties, in my opinion. Arguing to, like, maybe Corrin, or...
I feel like Corrin's not quite a sortie archetype.
Yeah.
Like, they're definitely like, they're like in there, but they're not like... Corrin is not to Swordies as like Ken is to a Shoto.
Is Ken not a Shoto?
Well, yeah, but Ken's more of a Shoto than Corrin is a Swordie.
Ken's a Shoto.
He is a Shoto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like very confused.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's why I'm very confused in your analogy.
Corrin doesn't really meet the categories of Swordie in the same way that Ken meets a category of like Shoto.
But is he not a Shoto? Is he not a Shotoken?
Man, we can move on.
Like if you said like Terry, or, like fucking
I mean,
Kaz, like yeah.
Terry Kaza and Shoto.
I know.
Man,
Whatever. I don't.
fucking game 2.
I don't play fighting games.
Yeah, you do.
Whatever. What do I play?
Nicktoons are all-star.
Yeah, exactly. Do I play traditional fighting games? No. But also something with Mono is that he's very good at getting a lead very early.
Yeah.
But then after that, I don't know what happens.
I think he might be going like full tilt in a situation where he can afford to. And then he's like, oh, he's pushing advantage too far.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's fair. I feel like the absolute hardest thing as a player is knowing like when you're in advantage and when you absolutely have the opportunity to keep pushing, and then you just you like knowing when to stop. That's like super hard.
Oh yeah.
Especially because like,
Dude, what are like half these disjoints?
they're-
Also surprised not to see any counters coming from Mono off stage. Unless I'm just completely wrong that you can't. It's very difficult to do that. This is a punish. Huh?
I think it's tricky. Actually, yeah, no. I don't think Sora snaps to ledge.
I mean, it also
No,
depends.
he snaps to ledge with up B coming up, but he does not snap with side B at any point.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Also, amazing catch from with the up B platform. Something I've also noticed with Rigz, I'm sorry to cut you off. Something I've noticed with Rigz is that he likes to land with aerials, and the long-lasting aerials that kind of just like have hitboxes all around him and who spin around. Which is a very good like, yeah, you can approach me, but are you actually gonna do anything about it?
Yeah. I will say I think Battlefield was an interesting counterpick on Mono's part, especially considering how much Sora likes vertical combos.
Oh no, that was very early to die to side B, but you know, very good tipper and like patience. Because funny enough, with every character, they have a different like Dancing Blade tipper is true with every character. It just depends how much you wait for the last hit, like between hits 3 and 4.
Got it.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on online? Y'all not have a set to stream?
I don't know. Oh no, they don't. They started when it was too late. Yeah, it happens. But Rigz just looping and getting around.
I will say though, I'm excited to see how the meta for Sora develops. I'm excited to see people
Yes.
love this character. I hate DLC popularity. Like
Yeah.
you remember when there were like a million Kazuyas?
No, I remember there was a million Sephiroths, a million Pyromithras.
There's still a million Kazuyas.
There is, but there's not as many. It's always something very interesting when it comes to DLC. It's just like how many people will commit to the character and how many people. What the fuck? No, I saw the online thing.
Alright, I was gonna say, I was like, I've told Killer, brother.
No, he. Hold up. Okay, sorry about that. Mono doing very well and just like being able to survive and just hold it down. But something I've noticed with Rigz that like he expects a lot of panic options. He doesn't actually like read into the player. He kind of just like expects you to do things.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's doing a lot of like player versus player. It seems like he's purely playing character versus character.
Either
Which,
play,
which I think is going to lead to some tricky situations for him. Because I wouldn't say that Rigz plays a crazy unconventional Sora, because we don't even know what a conventional Sora looks like at this point. But I feel like he's definitely capable of some interesting habits. I noticed he didn't pull out down smash until like game 4.
Yeah. No, that's definitely something understandable. Like he's kind of just like playing the game, and just like something I've noticed is that you kind of, when you're expecting players to do things, you kind of, I was about to say it, Kazuya?
I'd be so mad if you just had a pocket Kazuya.
I mean, funny enough, in my opinion, Kazuya is the second easiest FGC character to play.
Kind of. I feel like you could play like a raw funniest Kazuya, and
Yeah.
he'd be kind of terrifying. But I feel like actually you won't. Electric is definitely necessary to get like his bullshit and be crazy oppressive. But I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of his like tilts, if you have like solid fundies and like fine-tuned motor control,
Yeah.
you can definitely get some shit going with just fundies.
Listen, if you can quarter circle, you're fine. But, very interesting to go town, or at least to run it back to town. I'm very interested in knowing, like, Mono's thought process of, like, why he does not, like, where he wants to go, or, like, what he wants to do. Because certain characters, and, like, in my opinion, stage list doesn't really matter for a lot of characters. But then there's certain matches, or just, like, certain characters. My man's hit him with the down air Thundercats.
Yeah.
No, Mono's also, I don't know why, but Mono's very good at getting like the 50-50s on down airs and just like catching your landings, or just catching your options out of down air. Also, Sora's spells are garbage. I don't care what anybody says, they are garbage.
They have very specific use cases.
Yes.
Like I caught Rigz trying to like blizzard me off stage, and
Many
internally I was
times.
like, "You piece of garbage," but I respect it because that's right.
Okay, so Thundaga, that is really only good as a get off me option when you're on ledge, or an edge guarding tool. Same with Blizzaga.
Blizzaga's toxic off stage, like especially characters with linear recoveries.
Yep.
Like that shit's rough for them.
Yeah, that's either a ledge trapping option or an edge guarding tool. Besides that, they're garbage. Faraga, it has neutral interactions and like combo potential, but it's also garbage.
It's not garbage, it's just a weird projectile. I feel
Yeah.
like as time goes on, we're gonna figure out what exactly those are good for.
Yeah.
But right now, they're just not. They're not as useful as like other projectiles
Right.
that we know. Like, we'll see how the meta develops.
Wait, I know Mono was winning, but he has a 3-1 stock lead.
I mean, if he can steal the deal, Rigz finally getting those stage attacks.
Yeah, no, he missed that, like, the 2 against you, and I'm just like, damn.
Yeah. To be fair, that's where Doc thrives.
Funny enough, Rigz is doing very good at just getting these loops and kind of just, like, juggling.
Yeah.
He's definitely just, like, pushing an advantage. And partially, an advantage that he partially doesn't even have.
And it's funny because Sora.
Why did that down smash hit? I know that's his best smash attack, but why did that hit?
You forget, man, this character costs $5.99.
Shit, you're right. I got cheated earlier. No, I did.
No. We've all been cheated by Sora.
No. Good F-toe at ledge. Mono keep staying alive, getting to game 4. What's it called? Me and 9K were playing Yoshi versus Sora. He sat there, charged F-smash. I'm just like, alright, he's gonna sit there and charge F-smash in my face? He's waiting for me to run in? Okay. You know, I'm just gonna jump behind him. That's a good idea, right?
No, it's not.
Jump behind him? I'm Yoshi, I can get above him.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Yeah. So I'll just get behind him. Oh, also, I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna landing fair him because, you know, punish him. I die for it.
Yeah.
I landed behind him and faired him, and I'm the one who died.
To be fair, I know F Smash has a weird hitbox because it is actually like the baseball swing, but it's also like
Yeah.
the ground in front of him.
Just everything within him. He is the F smash.
No, dude, Sora really is just swordness.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Running into Baby Field, very interested. I feel like PS2 was banned.
No, because I know there are real quantifiable differences between PS2 and small battlefield. But
very
I
much.
don't care. I'm always gonna go small battlefield because I like battlefield.
That is
I don't-
very valid.
I don't care. I don't care how many times I put my AirPods in before a set. I'm taking this off.
No, you had to put on Animal Crossing music and tilt them.
No, you gotta put on nature sounds.
No, I fucks with that though.
That's the meta though. Like in game 1 you see that they didn't put in headphones. Game 2 you put on nature sounds.
Now, even more meta, you put on headphones, but you don't put anything on. So you just listen to the game music and just throw them off.
Yeah.
That's the bigger meta.
Dude, so iOS they added the ability to throw on like ambient noise in addition to whatever music you're playing.
Interesting.
So now I just listen to ocean sounds with whatever song that I got going.
Very interesting.
And now I'm thinking, what if you just listen to the ocean replacement? Noise cancellation on, no sound effects, nothing, just ocean.
Getting the raw up tilt and the bass hit as well.
Mono definitely holding his ground. I wonder if he has the steam to just go for like a whole F reverse 3-0.
I mean, he went to game 5 in the first set. So who knows? I mean, something I also know about Mono is he's from Japan.
Really?
Yeah. And I believe he's in America for school.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out Mono.
He's also a very strong player in Japan as it is. Yeah.
Should I know this man?
Yes and no. Like, he's a strong player, but he's not, like, top 5 in Japan, you know?
That's...
Like, he's a notable Marth in Japan. Funny enough, Mono beat my ass, like, before the pandemic. Rigz is also very good at just, like, using side B to just, like, kind of maneuver around and not overcommitting with, like, 3 hits. Nice back air on landing. Mono trying to push pressure. Oh, F2 killing across the stage.
Damn.
What
Coast
the-
to coast?
Coast to coast.
What percent was he at?
Dude, like 140, I think.
God damn, brother.
Yeah. But even then, something killing across the stage is like, oh, you were dying. There's something I find interesting is I saw a tier list from ESAM, and just know, never look at tier list from ESAM.
No, absolutely. Every single fucking patch he calls dot garbage, and I'm like, you bald, foolish man.
He said that Marth is unviable and should not be played. I don't even play Marth, but even I know I'm like, that's cap.
Yeah. No. Who does this top player think he is, being carried by a top tier?
See, I can't even blame him because he's been playing Pikachu since Brawl. But goddamn.
To be fair, Pikachu's been good in every single fucking Smash game.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, just like, and he's the one developing the meta for Pikachu, so I'm just like, fine. But at the same time, your opinions are only so valid on other characters. Rigz looking very good at just like juking and like making sure to just get in and out. But at the same time, he's only nickel and diming so much. Surprised no back air.
Good air dodge from
Yeah.
Rigz.
Honestly, I'm surprised there wasn't a back air to just like counteract that.
I do think it's funny.
No jump? Oh, he definitely thought he had a jump.
With recovery from Mono. I do think it's fucked up that they just gave Sora Mario throw. I feel like that is rooted somewhere in the games, but I don't know.
I'm gonna assume somewhere to do when he's like actually throwing somebody in like one of the fake animations, like the fake cutscenes. Rigz stole this game. What the hell?
Damn.
Good stuff to